And we are live, guys. Welcome to the podcast. We're back Money Monday. Today we have Mateo, owner of Boxer Gym, and Jorge Linares, four-time world champion. Let's go. Right, we are back. Go ahead, bro.
You said you were going to do it.
No, you do it, bro.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the show, man. Rumble.com/FreshFit, guys. As you guys know, we're probably going to get canceled any day now. So go ahead and check us out over there on Rumble.com/FreshandFit. Also, check us out on FreshFit.locals.com, guys, where you get behind-the-scenes content, you know, whether it's us doing the show, whether it's double dates, or you can see us before the show, pre-streams. Check us out over there. Also, FresherPodcastStore.com. Do we got to back up?
Not yet.
God damn it. All right. We're going to get that shit back up today. God damn it. All right. After this interview, we're going to go and deal with the website. I don't know what it is. Teespring is lame, but it is what it is. Also, check us out on Fresh Fit Clips, guys. As you guys know, we post 2 to 3 clips per day. No, actually, no. Like 6 clips per day, 10 shorts per day on the Clips channel. And then we also have another one called More Fresh Fit Clips. So go ahead and check us out over there on both of our Clips channels. Also, Fresh, so much your vlog.
Guys, for behind the scenes, man, check out the vlog channel. We did a vlog recently with my first public speaking event. It was awesome. And guys, join the network, man. Adding value every single day.
Cool. And then check me out, guys, on my other YouTube channel. It's called Fed Reacts. I broke down the Trump case, the federal case. It's not looking good, especially for me as a Trump supporter. So, you know, if you guys want to go ahead and know the ins and outs of that case, whether the classified document side or the January 6th stuff, whatever, I talk about all of it. It's up right now on Fed Reacts. And then go get my book, of course, Why Women Deserve Less. It's in stores right now, #1 bestseller on Amazon. But yeah, we got some special guests in the house, man.
In the building, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we had an event in May, actually, at Boxer Gym, my CEO network, and it was amazing. We pulled up, had everything set up with the mitts, you know, the gym itself, for the boxing ring, and as well the other
CrossFit side
as well. It was an amazing event, guys. So shout out to Mateo for that.
Appreciate
the market for you, bro.
Thank you.
And at the same time, bro, welcome to the podcast. Tell me where you are, brother.
My name is Mateo Attalla, originally from Sydney, Australia. I now represent the 305 Miami. Been out here for 3.5 years. Have the biggest boxing facility in the world, and probably got one of the best and biggest facilities in America right now.
And you brought a guest today, Jorge Linares. Tell me who you are, brother. They don't already know.
Hi, everyone. Jorge Linares, 4-time world champion from Venezuela, but I moved from my country to Japan 21 years ago. And now I'm here in Miami.
And how'd you guys meet, by the way?
All right, so it was just very random. So one of our coaches at the gym, our coaches are high level in the boxing game, and Jorge Linares had a relationship with one of those coaches. Basically hit him up and said, hey, what's going on with Boxer? I see this gym everywhere. But knowing how humble he is, he didn't want to just come in, you know, just because. He wanted to find out a little bit more and also make a proper intro with me to see what was up. So it was just through a connection. And then he flew in from Vegas into Miami, and he came to the gym. He saw me. We sat down, we spoke, and we kicked it off. It was only like, what, 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Because Boxer Gym has some of the best guests I've ever seen, bro. Floyd Mayweather, Israel.
That's my brother. Yeah,
it's
Israel
like
Adesanya.
all the big fighters that are in Miami come to your gym to train, which is really amazing.
Yeah, all the biggest and best stars in boxing do come to our facility. They do their training camps there. We also have high-level celebrity clientele base, like one of my brothers, Steve Stout, who's the owner of United Masters, from the music industry, P. Diddy, a lot of big names just from all over, you know, just various people that are at a high level in their field, and they come to the Boxer headquarters a lot.
So obviously, bro, you started a huge gym. It's amazing, a lot of dope clients, but you weren't always at that you know, high level point.
No.
How was it at the very beginning, your childhood coming up in Australia?
All right, so you know, coming from a different culture and a different background, obviously from Sydney, Australia, I come as an only child. Come also from the streets of Sydney. I got into the boxing game at the age of 12, had like close to 200 amateur fights, went to a very high level. And then I got mixed in with some, you know, some crazy stuff back home.
Bad people?
Yeah, bad people, made the wrong decisions. We all do, you know, in our life. And then eventually I just clicked back, and it came down to, you know, the fact that, you know, God blessed me with something that I knew and that was gifted, which was boxing. And boxing actually saved my life. And that's how I was able to come back. I found Miami. Miami's my home just because it made me recalculate on what exactly I need to do with it. And it hit home. And having a good partner by my side also at the same time, you know, she was able to convince me and push me and go, you know what, this is what you need to do. And it all kick-started through COVID in my penthouse.
And it's funny, we met like a year or so ago through Mike Rashid, actually.
That's
You were at a
correct.
different location.
That's correct.
And
He came to my old location.
He hosted us. It was awesome. So shout out to you.
Where's the new location now?
It's right next to Club 11, 1310 Northeast
downtown
First
Miami.
Avenue. Yeah.
Yes, for those that might not know, that's downtown Miami.
We got 2 buildings. As you drive through, it's a one-way street right under the what's that highway called?
95.
95.
Yeah.
After you come through the 95, the 2 black buildings and the big screen
can't
on
miss
the
it,
outside.
bro.
You can't miss
Okay.
it.
Yeah. And then what about your childhood as well? Coming up, getting into boxing. How did that start?
My father was a boxer, and then he retired, and then he be a coach. I have 2 more brothers. They retired already. I'm in the middle. So the old brother, he retired very early. And the young guy, Carlos Linares, he's in Japan. I lived in Japan 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
So and he's the best coach right now in the Taken promotion and the company where I working before. So that's why I all my life in boxing.
And who inspired you to get in boxing? Your family, a
My
fighter?
family, my father, yeah. I didn't start to be a boxer when I was 6 years old. So I made 166 fight in amateur, only 6 loss, and now I'm professional 20 years. So I moved from Venezuela to Japan, and I be a professional boxer when I was 17 years old.
Okay, so coming from Venezuela to Japan must be a culture shock.
It's crazy.
How was that for you, bro?
Was hard because first the language, you know, the
You
food.
speak Japanese?
Yes. Yeah, I need it.
Say something to
Say
him.
something
Say
Japanese, bro. No way.
Oh, minasan konnichiwa.
Okay.
But you know, so what's hard for it was difficult because you know
Why
I'm from-
Japan of all places?
because the president of this belt, the WBF, so he's like my father from the beginning. So I met him when I was 12 years old. So he
You
had
met him in Venezuela.
in Venezuela, yes.
Okay.
So and he signing me. He was like my manager, my father, and he have amazing relationship with Mr. Honda. Mr. Honda is one of the best promoter on the world, but he's from Japan. So this guy, he bring Mike Tyson the first time to Japan when he lost the first fight. So a long time ago, he have big reputation. So he have a good friend, a good relationship, Mendoza and Mr. Honda, and he said, we have amazing talent here in Venezuela. What about if you see him to see if we can go to different level? So I was there when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So he said, wow, he have amazing talent. So after 1 year, I moved everything from there. So it was hard because I didn't know, you know, the food, the language, and nothing. It's hard, you know, for me. I take 2 or more than 2 years to learn the Japanese, to speak a little bit Japanese.
Okay.
Now my Japanese is better than my English, but you know, I'm trying to be better and better. Now I in the gym, I need to use my English every day. So that's the best thing what I can do right now.
Oh wow,
That's pretty
okay.
dope.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that Japanese had such a strong boxing culture there like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You have some?
Yeah. And then Mateo. So obviously this is Money Monday. Talk about money, entrepreneurship. What was it like starting Boxer Gym? Because obviously it wasn't easy. Like, was it all tribulations? How was it at the very
Especially
beginning?
the foreign national. You're
Yeah.
Australian. So you're not even American. Or are you American too?
No.
Or? No, Australian. Okay, yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the beginning, I guess when we all hit that, you know, when COVID hit, we were all in a bit of a position where people would rise or people would fall. And it comes down to being pinned in a corner. And I said this many times. I was actually talking to Deontay Wilder, shout out, heavyweight world champion.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he was just at the gym. He might pop through and say what's up in a little bit.
That's dope.
But, you know, I was telling him, he's like, how'd you do it? And I said, I was under pressure. I was under pressure because I had to find a way to survive. I made the wrong choices with my money for my boxing career. And I invested into people that I thought that would do the right thing, but they actually didn't. But that's also my fault because I should have been more cautious. But we learn, you know.
Accountability.
Accountability. And at that time, my mindset was more as a fighter. You know, a lot of fighters just think of just boxing in their career, but they don't think about what they need to plan for next.
Yeah. The business side.
Or look at different scenarios of what happens if I get injured and I can't fight no more, you know? So in that moment in time, I had to, you know, come up with a decision where it was like, instead of being a fighter, maybe I could become a teacher. I don't know if I've got the capability of doing it, but what's the harm? Why not take a risk? People were asking me, damn, you're really good at what you do. You throw hands. So I thought to myself, well, instead of thinking about myself and this is not working out to get back in the ring, let's teach. So I started teaching, and I started teaching for nothing, zero, right?
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. And what I did was I wanted to see what my capabilities were first, you know, put some faith into my ability and be able to go, well, you know what? You told me what you think my value's worth.
The marketplace.
I'll train you. Let's do a few sessions. I'm going to ask you, whatever you want to give me, you give me. And let's see what's up. And then I figured it out. And I realized that you let the people choose what they want. You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to. You let the people choose what they think your value's worth. And once you create that culture and you allow them to see the real value of what you're providing, because you're doing it out of love. You're not doing it because it's just for the money.
Right.
It comes out different. And from there onwards, it exploded. And it came down to every bit of money that I made, I saved it up. I put it into the penthouse. I put a boxing ring in the penthouse. I put bags. I put an ice plunge. I created that experience for him. And as I continue to keep believing and creating that experience amongst my clients and my people, the word got out.
Right.
And then my duty was to make sure that I would give the ultimate boxing experience that nobody else was giving through that time frame in COVID and after COVID. And then from then onwards, I believed even more. And it was like fuel to the fire. And it just kept sparking. And then another opportunity would come up. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to take this one too. I'm going to take a risk on that. I'm going to grab my money and put it into the business. Now I have a brand. Now I have a baby to feed. And I have something where people can really believe in and connect with. And I am the face to my brand. So people relate to people that are a face to the actual brand of what they've created, which is the culture.
So going back, so you said you started during COVID, you basically turned your penthouse into a gym.
That's correct.
Okay, so tell us about that. Like, how'd you get around? Like, you know, maybe people downstairs being like security, like, oh, who's all these people coming in? You're training people. Like, so how'd you get around all that?
So the beauty about it was the plan was to create an exclusive luxury experience just for specific clientele base.
Okay,
and at that time, the people that I attracted were high-level clientele base. So I had to create that atmosphere and environment where I had a little podcast station area. I had the ice plunge. I had the bags upstairs. It was a 2-level loft apartment. It was about 1,300 square feet.
This here in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually at the filing station. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's right next to Elevation Fitness, that building that's next door.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's downtown Miami. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I took that upon all the money I had, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna dump it into this because I believe in it. And then my clients couldn't believe what I pulled off. And then I put the logos up and I did Boxer logo.
When you got the penthouse, like, did you have that in mind? Like when you got okay, so you were like, all right, I'm going to ball out. And then you said, you know, I'm going to transition.
That's correct.
Did you have a gym in place when COVID hit? No. Okay. So you were like, I'm going to start a gym, which is,
I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. One of the most dangerous businesses during COVID.
Super.
And I said, fuck, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. I said, fuck it. I'm going to put a ring. I'm going to go all in. And
leap of faith.
And it was crazy because I really believed in my capabilities, and I realized that I tapped into something in my brain that I never tapped in before. I was able to be free. I was able to be me, and I was able to create something that people did not even expect. You know, and that's what people want.
At a crazy time.
When
all the gyms are closed.
But people are in their houses. So why not create something for the people, make an impact, change their lives because they got nothing else going on, and make a difference in their lives.
But you notice, right? At the very beginning, you said something very powerful. You said, I gave everything for free.
That's
$0.
$0.
And there's a book by Gary Vaynerchuk. It says, jab, 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 hook.
Oh, yeah.
So you gave them the value up front, and they said, you know what? I see what it's worth. I'm going to pay you. That's powerful, bro.
They asked me. They said to me, my client said to me, they're like, how much do I owe you? And I said, I don't know. Whatever you want to give me. I really don't know. Tip me whatever you think. So they tipped me, and they gave me a good tip.
Right.
And then it came to a point where those real close relationships that I had 3.5 years ago, they're some of my best friends right now. I don't train them anymore. But those people are the ones that are at a very high level in their game. So they actually helped me through the relationship that I built with them, from being a client to now having a strong relationship network with them.
Right.
They've opened many doors for me up to today.
Wow.
That's why I'm sitting here where I am. And thanks to my partner as well, Camila, you know, like in the end of the day, it's all about your network. It's all about the people that you meet. And how do you want to change that from being just a client to a coach to a full relationship where it becomes something that's like, damn, we could go out and have dinner and we could talk business now.
Yeah.
Because they see where you're going. They believe in you. They trust you. So it really didn't even come down to the money. My values worth was through my network system.
It's all about networking.
That's it.
Do you think you would have been able to have these opportunities in Sydney?
No.
Australia?
Hell no. Hell no.
Same like me. I moved from Venezuela to Japan, and that's why I was 4-time world champion.
Yeah.
Is I be in Venezuela all the
No
time.
way.
I don't know if I'm alive right now. Venezuela is super dangerous right
Yeah,
now.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
You know,
very
so
bad.
how I can take a good opportunity to be a champion in the world, to come to
Yeah.
United States
Mhm.
to take the visa is impossible, you know. So that's why that was my best timing to move everything from Venezuela to
And
Japan.
more so his values too.
Mhm.
Like we were talking about the other day, you know, living in Japan for 20 years and their culture.
Yeah.
Imagine what you learn from there as a
Right.
man.
Yeah.
And then you come across to the US and the values that you hold
Way different.
way different.
Super different.
Yeah.
But if you came out of Venezuela, it would have been a completely different story
Yeah.
to Japan.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
So question for you, bro. So I think personally speaking, most guys want to get fit, they want to get in shape, and boxing's kind of like their avenue. They want to get into that, you know, type of like health wise.
Yeah.
How would you say it is to become a boxer? Like, what's the first steps you want to take to become a boxer? What would you say?
Wow, I think, you know, the important thing is listen the people, listen the coach, you know, because I saw so many people come to next to me to say like, oh, I want to be a boxer.
Mhm.
So the more important thing, that's why I tell always to Mateo, everyone want to be a champion, but I need to see him face to face, to see an action timing, to see like a sparring or training campaign or whatever, to see if they have talent or not. Everybody can be a champion. You see all the YouTuber guys now.
Yeah.
So they take a lot of money in boxing. It's very popular right now, boxing. Everybody will come to the gym to training. But the thing is, to be a world champion, you need to working so hard. You know, it's a lot of sacrifice. You see me, so 20 years in Japan, along with myself. So it was difficult. But I tell to everyone, if you want to be a boxer or like an amateur or professional, you need to working hard.
You gave up a lot to move to Japan. Family, friends, you know,
Nobody.
everything.
Yeah.
What else did you give up along the way to be successful?
Wow, you know, the communication, the support, what I take from my family
Mhm.
every day, that was the more important thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Some
I can hit some of these chats real quick.
quick break here.
Cam 2 times goes, Fresh and Chris, the beef between y'all two has been hella sus. Y'all two should get married with what is wrong, I think. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Grow up. I bet Chris is in the producer chair to see this bum. Okay.
He's not here right now.
Yeah, he's not here. Yeah, it's
Mo's here.
It's Mo. We got various layers go. CO Network, Big Bossing. Let's go. Have a great day, G's. CO Network.
Shout out
Appreciate
to
that.
Cody. He was there at the boxer gym as well.
CO Network from Keem Chillin.
Shout out
Various
to Keem.
layers goes. Thank you, Fresh, Mateo, and all involved for making the boxer event happen. You guys kicked our asses. It was a great workout / event. That's what's up,
Don
man.
DeMarco, man.
Yeah. We say at podcast first, South Carolina from Scotland, longtime supporter, about to start my own podcast here in the UK and launch my own business. We will meet soon. Big up FNF team. Cool. Appreciate it. And then Frankster goes, huge Linares fan. You beat Devine Haney, brother. Okay.
Actually, can we talk about that real quick?
2 more rounds.
Yeah.
What was it leading up to that fight, and how was it in the ring with Devin?
You know, when you meet so many boxers
Yeah.
outside of the ring,
Mhm.
you can be friendly and everything like that.
Mhm.
But I never thinking to make fight with Haney in the past. I was in Japan, the corona situation,
Right.
and the opportunities come, and I take because was the moment. But the timing, the inactivity killed me. I never make fight in 1.5 years.
Oh wow,
So
that's a long time.
They're a long time. So you see the fight. So I lose from the beginning, from the first round, still to the 5th or 6th round. I lose all the round because I never do something what I do all the time. I never take a good partner. I didn't bring some Mexican boxer or American boxer to Japan because the situation with the corona.
Mhm.
So, but I take the opportunity. I don't care. I'm a boxer, So, but I was like this, to kill him. But how's boxing? Boxing is no easy. So it's a lot of things.
But you made it work though.
Yeah. Also with Lomachenko too.
Mhm.
I make
You dropped him, man.
Yeah, I make that I make the fight because
Mhm.
that's the moment. That was the perfect moment. But I training with myself. I didn't have a coach in that fight.
So we found out like 4 days ago when we were watching the fight. We were in LA. We were at the Terrence Crawford and Spence press conference,
Yes.
and he was getting interviewed a lot because of all the noise that's been going on with Linares. And he said to us, he goes, I didn't even have a coach for that fight against Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, I
And
had
the
no
thing,
coach. I had my cut
yes.
man.
And after when I knocked down him
Yeah.
in the 6th round, what happened?
Oh,
So my
he's-
team, they forget to take my must be every time when I come to the corner. So when you forget that to take out, so when he catch me with the body, I was thinking to go out the must be to take time. I didn't do it. So
Yes.
yeah, it's a lot of things.
Crazy.
Every small mistake what you make in the fight, you can lose or you can
lose.
win. Yeah.
So wait, you're what in your out of your
His
mouthpiece?
mouthpiece.
Oh, the mouthpiece. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So usually they're supposed to take it out after every round, give water, put it back in.
Yeah.
At the time, because his coach he had no coach. The cut man completely forgot to take it out for 6 rounds after he dropped Lomachenko.
Oh,
And nobody knows about this.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
Okay.
I know you can't tell us your training regimen, so to speak, but like you tell us how you train, even though you didn't have like sparring partners, all that stuff for the fight.
Every day, I come to the gym to training with Mateo to do like a mic war or sandbat or whatever. But sparring, I need to make like a 2 or 3 times a week sparring. I use 2 or 3 guys, like a 2-3 round. So with everyone, so maximum 9 round or 10 round. So that's the routine what I need to do every day. And Saturday, I never come to the gym. I only go to the mountain or go to the beach to training only physical training.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is having a constant sparring partner better or someone new each time to mix up your like style? You would say
We can use whatever we want, Sometimes it's depends. If I have fight, if I know with who I need to make fight. For example, his right hand, I use both. I use rect and left, because you never know. Is the boxer come in the middle of the fight, he can change, he can quit, So that's why I use couple different style always before the fight.
So do you always study your opponent before the fight, and how do you do that? What's the process? You can break it down real quick. How do you study some person before a fight?
It comes down to styles make fights, right? So you sit down, you watch their previous fights, you look at their wins, their accomplishments, and you look at their style, and then at the same time we try to find sparring partners that got a very similar style, and then we study what their weaknesses are, we study what their good points are, and we figure out how to be very calculated on knowing exactly how to get them for the right shots so we can implement it into the fight.
Yeah.
It's all about preparation to fight. And he knows for a fact, for a really good fight, tell him how many weeks out you need.
Minimum 8 weeks.
Yeah.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
What is the main difference between training to just maintain general shape, right? So that you can get ready for a fight versus you're in it and you're training for the actual fight. It's all mental, right?
Yeah.
That's the main difference.
It's the same thing.
The training never changes.
Yeah,
It's the same the whole time. It's just now you're more focused on training.
When you're maintaining, correct me if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
When you're maintaining your training, you're maintaining it to stay fit, to make sure you're in shape. When it comes to the real fight and you have a fight and you have an opponent, it's game over.
My eyes all the time when I have
turn.
something target.
Yeah.
For example, I would try to make fight soon, maybe in August or September. So my eyes change a lot. I feel like I look like I want to kill anyone, Always I tell him, he's my coach right now. So we are good friends. We enjoy, we're going to have dinner or whatever. But when we be in the ring, I hate this guy. I need to feel that.
Okay.
So he need to push me a lot. That's why today was the first day in the training company. We're training double or triple than 2 weeks ago. So because my mentality is totally different than 2 weeks ago. Now I have target. I don't have fight, but I have my mentality. I imagine I have fight.
It's
So
funny.
the training doesn't change much.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's funny because
Just
in the
mental
ring,
side.
they look totally different. They look like they're monsters, animals, ready to go at it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The thing is, the hard work's actually, people think the fight is what's hard. The training is what's
training
hard.
to more hard.
So if you can overcome the training
Mhm.
and get through that 8-week period, the fight is actually the easiest part.
It's crazy because I take 8 weeks to make a fight. So normally before fight, 1 week before fight, I'm finished. I stop my sparring training, and I make minimum 120 round in 2 months. It's too much.
You have to hit 120 rounds in that 8 weeks.
Imagine, and
that's
the
how
fight
you-
is only 12 rounds, and you never know if you finish in the first round or you by decision.
Yeah.
But imagine how crazy, how strong is the training campament because I need to make sparring 3 times a week, minimum 6 rounds, 6 or 8 or 10 with 2 or 3 guys, fresh guy. You know, I continue all the round every moment, but they change, they come.
They're coming in
Yeah.
fresh while
So
you're tired.
imagine that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I need to use different weight. I cannot use the same way what I am, you know. I need to take somebody more stronger than me, more faster than me, more tall than me, more small than me. So everything is different every day. So imagine how crazy is the training campament for 8 weeks.
Right.
And the same way you need to lose weight. Diet, no alcohol, no party,
No sex.
no sex for minimum 4 weeks.
Really?
So imagine.
Yeah, what if you got like a girlfriend?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Because I remember Muhammad Ali used to say that, and a couple other boxers used to practice that, where they would practice abstinence for a few weeks before the fight. Is there a science behind that? Why in particular?
There is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, why is it?
The thing is, you lose your stamina very quick. Your legs going like, you know. So that's the problem. And normally, when you take so many stamina, you want more sex and more and more and more, and you never stop. You know, because you feel hungry, you feel exciting, and you want more. Not only one time. You need to more 2 and 3, and then you lose all your training campament.
Wow.
So imagine, if I play with myself, I lose minimum 1 month.
Wow.
Imagine how crazy it is.
Yeah, wow. So you better not whack off if you're trying to become a champion boxer. You better not rub one out, guys. You gotta
That's
fuck yourself
why
up.
remember this movie, Rocky. So that's why always when he have fight, everyone is the same. Canelo, Triple G, everybody, me, myself too. When I have fight, I'm going to different place to training her. I don't sleeping with my wife. I don't sleep with anyone.
Yeah.
Not close to the family, everything.
Yeah.
So for 2 months, it's crazy.
You
that's
leave.
why
You go somewhere else, you're not even around people. You're not around
so
women.
that's why when you come to the fight, you come like when you go out of the jail, you know? It's the same. You need to feel that.
Yeah.
You need to feel hungry. You need to feel like I want to kill this guy.
Well, yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, you know, we're friends with Andrew Tate, and he used to talk about that too. If he was going to go for a fight, he said he would go back to Luton, to his original gym, and train there. He wouldn't like stay in Romania or whatever. He'd go to where he originally was, and I think that's very powerful. You have to go back to where you originally trained.
Yeah.
He'd always come hungry.
Yeah.
And the another thing what I like in Mateo is we are good friends, but in the ring, he's not my friend, and he pushed me more. You know, I tell him I want to make 4 rounds today, whatever, sparring or meet or whatever. He said, okay. But he pushed me more, 2 more rounds. And I like that. I need to feel that because I don't want limitation. If I be in the limit, I'm going down. I need to be more and more and more, you know? So that's why I like him.
Have you sparred with Deontay Wilder before?
No. Deontay's a giant.
Okay. Too tall. Okay. I'm just curious. That'd be funny to see about. Okay.
No, you know, I make a lot of sparring with Manny Pacquiao, Marco Antonio Barrera, with so many good boxers.
What's it like sparring with Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah, for real.
Wow, it's crazy. I remember 2011 and Will Karen in Los Angeles. Wow, the best experience what I tell in my life. Fast and strong and difficult because he's Sasbot. So you never know when he's coming.
He's what? What was that?
Southpaw.
Oh, Southpaw. Okay,
Yeah.
Southpaw.
So
Okay, yeah.
difficult, and he's super strong.
Okay.
Super strong.
In your opinion, currently in the game, who's the best boxer? I know you're gonna say yourself, but
No,
other than yourself.
not
Other than yourself.
myself. You know, now it's a lot of good boxer. For example, we was in the press conference of Spencer and Crawford. So July 29 in Vegas. I tell to Mateo, we need to be there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see that fight. It's amazing. Both of them is the best pound for pound right now. So, but you know, it's a lot of good boxing right now. Canelo, before in the past, Triple G, for example, Lomachenko. So, but now in 135, for example, in my way, Gervonta Davis is the best 125 right now. But it's a lot of talent, you know. I cannot say like only one. Like 20 years ago, I was amazing. From 20 years ago, I was a very good friend of Oscar de la Hoya. He was my my best boxer from the beginning. So, and I copying him all the time. But now I can see we can see a lot of good boxers.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gervonta Davis, he had a fight with Ryan Garcia a couple months ago or weeks ago, and I want your opinion on this. Right, so there was a rumor going around that there was a mole in the camp that gave Gervonta a tip on Ryan Garcia. Are moles a real thing in fighting, or is that like a myth?
Tell him.
Does that matter?
Excuse me.
Mhm.
It's crazy fight.
Boxing's all about the politics.
Yeah.
They need to do it to hype it up.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down to.
Okay.
They need pay-per-views. They want to make their money. You know what I mean? So they find different avenues to be able to create that hype. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on over the past, I would say probably 15 years or something or so, UFC's obviously kind of taken off, etc. I remember I was born in 90, so I remember growing up with Mike Tyson, etc. And boxing was what it was, right? You'd get a pay-per-view fight and then everyone would be watching it.
Yeah.
Now it's UFC. Thoughts on UFC coming into the combat sports game, and do you think it's hurt boxing? Has it made it better? Has it made people appreciate it more? What are your thoughts on that, Jim?
I think it's great to have diversity within the world of sports, especially combat sports, because then it just entertains people on different platforms and on different avenues. So you got to respect it, and you got to respect what they do as far as their craft.
Yeah.
And boxing will always stay and will be, that sport that's been there for generations from the very beginning, decades. So, boxing's got its goods and its bads, and unfortunately, I don't want to get into politics of boxing. Because there's a sensitive touch to it.
Yeah.
But, just like any other sport, it's just got its ups and downs and goods and bads. And I think boxing will always hold its weight up there because now with what's been going on with these YouTubers and coming into the game
Logan
and
Paul,
create,
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
You can't hate on them for what they've done. You got to respect that they're making their money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not about only money. They try to be a boxer too. It's a lot. The same thing what I tell you from before. It's a lot of sacrifice.
It's brought publicity
it's not
to the sport.
easy.
It is.
It's not easy to push glove and make fight with somebody have to him too.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not
It's
easy.
giving an opportunity for people to really go and say, you know what, I could do that too.
Yeah.
And the whole point of boxing is for people worldwide. And if you guys are hearing it, it's to make an impact. You know what I mean? It's to impact your lives on a positive level, to be healthy, to get off whatever you're on, to make sure that, you've found something that could impact your life in a positive way an hour or two a day. You never know where it could lead. Everyone's going through something in their life, but boxing really does help in that way. And combat sports in general, you know what I mean?
The thing I've always admired about boxing is that you're limited to your hands. So it's very technical, you know what I mean? And typically the better technician, the better skilled fighter, obviously fitness and everything else plays into it as well, but wins versus like, UFC is so, it can be anything, you know what I mean? It can be because it's so random. There's so many different ways to fight, whether it's, getting on the ground or, ground and pound. I guess that's what people are excited by. But like at the same time with boxing, it's like, I think like it's very clear who the better fighter is with boxing. It's very cut and dry a lot of times. Sometimes it's close, but like with UFC, it's like so random.
Yeah.
It's very calculated.
Yeah.
Boxing is very calculated, very strategic. They think it's all about people jumping in the ring and just throwing punches and knowing a 1-2, left, right, whatever. But it's not like that. It's just like chess. And that's why we say boxing is life, because in the end of the day, once you perfect the fundamentals of boxing and you implement it into the ring, into sparring, and then you do your 8-week preparation for a fight or whatever the case is, whether it's amateur, whether it's pro, it really comes down to a chess match. It's not checkers. And that's why I think it's been mostly respected to people like, Linares, Devine Haney, all these guys, is because each and every individual is practicing their chess games behind closed doors.
Right. Speaking of someone that does chess or plays their hand very well, Mayweather. What's it like meeting him, training with him?
Mayweather's Mayweather, like, and not a lot of people out there don't like him, but I put him as one of the greatest, in the world.
Legendary.
Out there. He's legendary. He was able to do things that most fighters could not. Best defensive fighter of all time.
I agree.
And to also at the same time be a businessman and make money, hold it correctly, invest it right, and still keep going and doing these exhibitions like we just saw, the crazy exhibition. But as we all know, he just knows how to work the system correctly as an athlete.
Yeah.
And most athletes don't know where to put their money correctly.
Because I see him at a level where like he's so up there and so like in the game, he knows what to do. But we had an interview with AB a couple of months ago. Yeah. He spoke about how important a coach was to his success. Is that a real thing for Mayweather as well, having a 100%. Good coach?
I think having a good coach in your corner for a certain period of time or even after, it does make that big difference because it is a team effort and it's all a mind game.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, once you finish boxing, you got to have a good coach that's also going to be able to tell you what's good for you and what's not good for you, when to stop or when not to stop, and just direct you like a father figure because it's very important. People think by just getting a coach, it's just somebody holding the mitts and that's it. But it don't work like that.
Yeah.
It's more than that, you know.
And recently there was a fight here in actually Florida.
Yeah.
And it got a little bit crazy. It's been all over social media, the Mayweather and John Gotti's grandson.
Yes.
How was that, bro? Because you hosted the event.
Yes.
And you saw what happened after the fact. Like, what's going on here? That shit was crazy.
So yeah, man, we were one of the sponsors of the event. We set up the rings. We set up, a lot of things. We hosted Floyd for the camp.
How did that even get going? Like, I mean, for those that don't know, John Gotti, obviously the infamous gangster that, passed away when he did a bunch of time for the Gambino crime family.
That's right.
Like, how did you guys even get that set up?
Okay, so I've known Floyd and his team for quite some time. When they told me, it was just very random that they had it down at the hotel. What's that hotel?
Fontainebleau?
No. There was a hotel on the corner up here, the G Hotel or something.
Can't remember.
Anyway, so they had a little press conference and they called me and said, come down, there's an exhibition. I'm like, with who? And they're like, oh, Mayweather's fighting John Gotti. And I was like, really? Like, yeah.
Random.
So I came through to support Floyd, and they did some good business by putting this event together, and obviously we helped and hosted it in an important aspect. My team was able to successfully get this done in the last minute. So shout out to Daniel, Cammy, Mario, the whole team.
Danny, man. Here in the back
They
too.
put in some serious work. But yeah, I think it just comes down to the fact that they're putting on these exhibitions because Floyd can. Floyd has control over it.
Yeah.
And end of the day, he's doing his thing. He's doing his business. He loves boxing. He loves the ring, and he likes to put on a performance for the people and make his money.
Yeah.
And it's the first time he's done it in Miami. And I think he's going to continue to keep doing it. But if it's working, it works.
So there was a dispute in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Could you break it down for us? Because Floyd said something and then he reacted in a strange way.
No. I got something even better for
Okay,
you.
tell me. What really happened, bro?
Nobody even knew. So we were at ringside, and I didn't even know what happened, and most people didn't.
Yeah.
But there's a clip, and I actually got it on my phone. I should give it to you so you can show people.
Okay.
But John Gotti actually kissed Floyd Mayweather on the cheek.
Yeah.
What?
They got into a clinch in that round, and he kissed him on the cheek. And that's when the ref looked at it, because in boxing, if you do something like that, it's like a no-no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's disrespectful.
You cannot talk in the middle
You
of
can't
the
even
fight.
talk, but they were talking the whole time, and Floyd likes to amp it up, and it's his event, so you can't really be mad at that. But he kissed him on the cheek. So Gotti obviously was like trying to entice him, because Floyd in that round was actually boxing really well. He actually went into like boxing mode of how we would in a real fight. An exhibition isn't supposed to be a real fight. It's just to entertain the fans.
Yeah.
But it started to get heated. And so the ref just called it off, and that's what we saw. And then all of a sudden, Gotti was like, get out of the way. And he tried to go after Floyd.
Yeah.
And that's when it all kicked off. So it actually came from a kiss on the cheek, broke up, and that's how it was. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But also, there's another event at the fight. Actually, there's a video of you calling somebody out.
Yes.
Can we go to that video real quick, if you don't mind, Mo? It should be uploaded. Tell us about that. How was that? What made you do that out in public?
Oh, wow.
Tension.
So, a couple weeks ago, this guy, Romero, he make a fight with old guy from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Like, he take that fight like a tuna fight. So, and for me, he lost the fight. So, and something happened with the referee. He stopped the fight in the 8th or 9th round. He win. So he won the fight. So and in that moment I tell him, what about if we make a fight, you and me?
He gave you the finger, bro.
Yeah. So
You gonna take that? I won't take that from you.
Oh, he was getting mad.
Yeah.
He was getting
He's
heated.
scared. He's scared. He know me very well. He know where his level and what is my level,
Right.
So and I tell him, what about if we make the fight? He said, no, I don't want to make the fight. I don't think we want to make a good money and everything. And he's worried. He don't want to lose the belt, So and I can't kill this guy. Everyone in 135 and especially in this guy in 140. I don't care. That's why he tried to don't be close to me.
So they interviewed him here, and they were talking about Ryan Garcia, and they were talking about other fighters. And as soon as he brought up his name, he just walked away.
So he tell it walking up to my son, Rollies, during the Mayweather Gotti fight, he wasn't too happy.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
Do you want the sound on it or no? There's sound.
Do we need it or no?
No.
Not really.
I mean, I described it. Okay.
You can stop it there, Mo.
So no, he Rolly is.
If you hit him right there, you probably would have got fined though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing is, the divisions are open right now for 135, 140.
Yeah.
Jorge Linares has made some noise over the last couple of weeks. As soon as he joined Boxer, my team and myself, we've been putting him in a position that it's been making some noise, and we've resurrected him. That's what I call it. It's a resurrection of Linares back, the last samurai from Japan. You know what I mean? And he's out there to, make some smoke out there in the box who want to entertain the fans. He called out Ryan Garcia, Rolly. Yeah. No one wants that smoke for some reason, but he's going to keep going.
Is it all the belts that he's scared of?
It's not. It's the same thing what I tell to Romero. If you feel worried because you want to lose the belt what he have, I can give it to you all this belt free. But try make the fight with me because I can kill him. He know I can kill him. So that's why he's worried. That's why he don't want to be close to me. That's why he don't want to make the fight. Damn. So and Ryan Garcia too. From 3 years ago, I tell him, let's make the fight. And what Oscar De La Hoya said, no, he's not ready right now. So and after this fight, after the fight when he made with Gervonta, he come from lose. So I asked again to Oscar a couple weeks ago, what about if we made the fight? He said, let me try, let me see. But he have couple problems right now with the promotion, so they want to take a lot of time. So I think that fight cannot happen this year.
If you had to pick between Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, who would you want to fight more?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Both of them. I don't care.
You know, Tate Tank?
Why not?
Okay.
He's the best. He's the best. It's the same thing when I make fight with Lomachenko, and that moment Lomachenko was the best pound per pound. Why not? So
you're talking good, bro.
Yeah, I know myself. I know myself.
The thing about him is, once he's under pressure by somebody that's actually very strong and has got the ability to really throw hands, or even when we're in training, we push that little extra mile. He actually performs better under the pressure, or even on a knockdown. So he comes back even stronger. It's just something that it's a spark in him that.
The thing is, I like to feel. I need to see somebody make a noise to me. You need to do this for your family, for your country, whatever. When you have that pressure, you can feel more exciting. You can have more, stamina, whatever you call, So that's the thing what I like to feel. That's the thing what I feel with him. That's the same thing what I feel in the past with Ismael Salas. I never lose one fight with him, and I make 6 defense of my belt. So that's why I'm still training with him. So all the mistake what I made, I was in Japan with the, the Corona situation, blah, blah, blah. I never take a good training campament because that, and also I didn't have a good team. So now we have everything. So boxing have everything. For me, boxing is like a Disneyland.
Wow.
So and now I have this guy. I have all the guys working with us, and I have Ismael Salas. So that's the good thing. When you have all that in your hand, you cannot lose.
You can't lose.
Did the boxing world freeze during COVID pretty much? Like you guys couldn't do anything, right?
Especially in Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't train for 1 year.
Wow.
In that moment I play golf. I was in the course in 1 year 85 times.
Wow.
85 times in 1 year is a lot.
Wow.
So that's why I'm good in golf right now.
When did you leave Australia?
Boxing.
I left Australia 5 years ago. But I was traveling for quite some time.
Okay, so 2018?
Yeah.
Because you guys had some of the worst COVID restrictions in the world.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't go back home.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy.
Yeah. That no one could go in or out. Melbourne recently lifted the COVID restrictions recently. I think some of the longest lockdowns in the world.
Over there.
So I remember
even Japan was crazy.
In Japan, what's amazing for me, Japan is the more safe country in the world.
Yes.
But the team with the mask, they kill me. They say this year, I think April or March, they say no more mask. Imagine.
Oh, really?
To this year.
Up until
yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They just released it.
Oh, wow.
Imagine. So that's why I love Japan.
So you had to wear a mask until
everywhere.
April of this year?
Yes, especially in the gym. Imagine use the mask in the gym.
Fuck that. This was in Tokyo?
All Japan.
All of Japan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll never forget, bro. LA Fitness was like, put your mask on. Hell no, bro.
Hell no, bro.
Hell no.
That shit. I mean, even Miami was late to the game when it came to mask restrictions and everything else like that. Because Florida didn't give a fuck. And it was only Miami that they had these restrictions.
It was like heavy density. Forget it.
Yeah.
Just drop it.
Oh,
so
wow, man.
So more shots here and then close up.
Yeah. And then guys, we got Wes Watson. He's in the house right now. He just walked in, so we're gonna have another pod interview right back to back. Q crowd goes, who wins in a fight? An average guy with 4 years of Muay Thai training or an average guy with 4 years of boxing experience? Is there more skill in boxing because it's more specialized? Shout out to Myron Gaines of Fresh. What's your thoughts on that?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
He was saying, who wins in a fight? A guy with 4 years of Muay Thai training or an average guy with 4 years of boxing experience? Is there more skill in boxing because it's more specialized?
I think. It's, Muay Thai and boxing is totally different.
It's totally different.
It's the same when you see somebody from UFC to be a boxer. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And the same is you move from
let's be
boxing to
honest.
UFC. It's totally different.
In a street fight, like if you were to say, these two guys were at it in a street fight, it'd have to come to the Muay Thai fighter only because they got legs. But if it really comes down to it, just randomly in the street, everyone uses hands first, right?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
So the boxer automatically knows how to adjust in that situation. So hands are obviously really important. But to answer it, I'll probably Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Just because they're overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Roland Curtis goes, future Hall of Famer Vasily Lomachenko has only been knocked down one time in his career. Guess who was the only fighter to lock this man? Fair enough. Carmen Guerra, super sticker. Appreciate that. Border Patrol. I need y'all to come down to the border to hand combat to show the guys how to fight. Okay, fair enough. Shout out to Border Patrol. We say it podcast goes, Super Chat will catch the after hours, more delusion, more manifestation, more 304s. FNF bring them back to reality. Please save them from themselves, bro. It's never happening, bro. These hoes they're not changing it. Black Wolf Inc. W Mods, thank you so much. Joaquin Acosta goes, Myron, your arguments are rock solid, very hard to refute, even for a blue-blooded liberal like me. Your show is always entertaining, informative, and ever evolving. Xena is hot. PLSL, put her on more. Okay. Q Crown goes, Muay Thai is more like checkers. Boxing is more like chess. You guys think that Bud Crawford would defeat the greatest Muay Thai fighter in the world? I don't know, bro.
It has to come down to what the situation is.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's boxing, obviously boxing. If it's Muay Thai, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys are trying to compare apples and oranges, man. So Melman Nick goes, thoughts on Mayweather versus Gotti 3 staged?
No.
That was on stage.
No.
Nah. Dumper, and that's from Erno Tatar goes, I'm a traditional guy at 25, girlfriend 28, also trad, is still a career woman, believes in 50-50, makes her own, left a guy with money because he was weak. My business just started improving, but I have a bad feeling egos will clash and she won't submit. It's coming, bro.
Leave, bro. Leave
It's
now,
coming, bro. Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Oh, shit.
What fell? Well, I guess we're just fresh fit now.
There you go.
And then Mr. Yuzi goes, Linares, why do you think people hate on Haney so much? How was your experience fighting him? He's young and he's still getting better. Thanks, champ.
He's boring fighter. That's why.
Boring.
He's super boring fighter.
Boring?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I tell him after my fight, when I fought with him, I tell him, what about if we make the rematch? He said, no. He don't want, especially now. He don't want. Also, Lomachenko too. But you never know.
You mean boring like outside the ring or like
inside the ring?
The ring.
The thing is in boxing is you have to have a character.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Just like McGregor. He got a character. That's why people love him. Even if he loses fights, it don't matter.
Yeah.
So that in itself, Haney don't have really a character.
Yeah.
And then when he boxes, he's not giving something that the fans want to see. People want to see a real boxing fight.
Yeah,
they want to see.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I didn't see Devine Haney buying jewelry. That's all I really see, bro. Just saying. I don't see him like talking that much or being in the fight. It's just like bought another chain.
Yeah, and I mean in today's day and age where you got social media, people constantly need entertainment at all times. You got UFC competing. It's like you have to be an entertaining fighter in and out of the ring nowadays. So, that's why people love Muhammad Ali so much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Very charismatic.
And Mayweather too, love and hate.
Yeah,
his character.
Either way, he's able to stimulate emotions from the audience. Chris goes, thoughts on Nao's house?
Now, you know what?
Nao,
This guy is from Japan. He's the best boxer from Japan, pound for pound. So, he's amazing boxer. I think he have fight next month. I think.
Yeah.
So, he kill everyone. He's
I didn't know
big,
that there was
power.
like such a strong boxing culture in Japan.
And he's very little guy. He's like a super bantam. Super bantam. It's like bantamweight.
Can you guys tell us real quick the different classes of boxing? So you got at the lowest level and then at the highest. So you goes.
Starts at 48 kilograms.
48. Okay.
Minimum flyweight.
So all right. So flyweight at 48 kilos,
and then it goes up by every.
Here, can you come closer?
Super flyweight.
Hear you?
It goes up by like 48 to 50, 51, 54, 57, 60, and then it keeps going up by every 4 or 5 kilograms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And all the way up to what's the max? Heavyweight?
Super heavyweight.
Super heavyweight.
Super
Yeah.
heavyweight.
And what's that at pretty much?
Wow, more than 200.
Yeah, it's more than 200 pounds and over.
Yeah.
Okay, 200 pounds and over?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got Lloyd, what is this one? Lloyd Andrew Slash. How do you when you're ready to start a business?
How do you know when you're ready, I guess?
Yeah, how do you know? I think he means what he said. I mean, that's a very general question, my friend. You need to, that's a very, very general question.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. Anything else?
No, we'll just cover what's coming up next for you and where they can find you guys. But go ahead.
All right. So for me and boxing, what we got going on, I think more importantly, you got somebody to shout out to on here and tell them what's up.
Let's hear it.
So
them
yeah,
out.
so now we're training a lot. We're training very, very hard every day. So I'm so excited to make fight soon, to come soon to the ring. So and I tell to Mateo, let's try to make fight in August or late September. I don't want to lose. I don't want to take too much time because I don't want to feel more older than what I am right now. No, I'm kidding you. But the thing is, that's why I tell to all the promoter right now, Top Ram, Golden Boy, BBC, everyone. So I tell, let's make the fight. That's why I tell to Ryan Garcia, come on, man, let's take the fight. Don't talking too much shit, because if you like to talk in shit, I want to talk in shit too, but middle of the fight in the ring, not outside. So that's why I tell him, let's make fight. He said no, and I tell to Romero too, come on, I waiting for you. I don't want to wear it all my life.
Right.
So I want to training to make fight. So and believe me, I believe myself. He believe me. I can make a good fight soon, and I want to be a champion again.
So top 3 fights that you want to do coming up next. Top 3 people you want to fight.
Romero,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
Shakur,
Okay.
and maybe, you never know, maybe
Tank.
Yeah.
I want to see that one, man.
Look, what it really comes down to, he want all the smoke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
You know, I'm not one that really pushes him even further. I'm gonna talk that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
We're ready to knock out any
The
person
thing is,
in the division right now.
The thing is, I don't like
Yeah,
to
you
talking
ready.
too much shit. You know what I like?
Yeah.
Make an amazing show in the fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I was 4-time world champion in 3 different division. So not so many people talking so many shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Be a champion. Look, Ryan Garcia. He's the best. He was the best in the YouTuber. He was the best in the
Popular.
social media.
Yeah.
But what he do? Nothing.
Mhm.
You know, because he's not strong like me.
Mm.
You know, to be a champion is not so many. No, it's only one thing. It's a lot of things. You know.
Jorge, who you going to fight, bro? Andrew Tate or Logan Paul or Jake Paul?
Wow.
Who you got?
That is more show business, but I think Paul.
Paul?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Yeah. He's more strong. He's bigger than him.
Mm.
So, but let's see.
Who you got, bro?
Between Logan and Tate.
Andrew.
Logan or Jake?
Jake, actually, no, Logan. Logan and Andrew Tate. Who you got?
I'm gonna go for Tate, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go for Tate.
Yeah.
Always,
But he-
always when
He need boxer in his life right now.
Yeah.
If he would boxer, he definitely gonna win.
You know what is funny?
Okay.
It's the same thing last week.
Mm.
Somebody asked you, so who can win the fight? Who is the best? Crawford or Spencer? He said
I said
Spencer.
Spencer?
bro.
For me,
Mm.
Crawford, 100%.
Okay.
So, but
Mm.
you know, I can feel that. It's the same thing when Lomachenko fight with Haney, and the same thing was when Gervonta fight with Ryan.
You always gotta be ready. You always gotta be ready.
You know? Yeah, always I'm ready.
Actually, I'm glad that because there's a challenge you guys do
Yes.
in public. What is that, bro? It's random shit like that in public.
So check this out. We were in LA. We had
Yeah.
business meetings and stuff. We were at a coffee shop, and we always carry our gear with us. So
Yeah.
randomly, I was like, you know what? This guy's calling people out. They don't want that smoke, but you always got to be ready, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna catch this guy off surprise. And so I tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around and went, boom, boom, and he was ready.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is a mad challenge.
Yeah.
You always got to be ready, no matter whether it's in boxing, business, or in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we just started doing it in random places. I was in one of the shops getting some clothing, and there was like a lineup of people.
Yeah.
And he tapped me on the shoulder, and the whole lineup was just sitting there. And he tapped me on, boom, boom, and then everybody was like, "This guy's like crazy. What's wrong with him?" But we always ready. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
still, it's called the Still Got It Challenge. And then the last time was 4 nights ago with Deontay Wilder. Him, we went out for a very nice dinner,
Mhm.
and I called Deontay Wilder by surprise. And I tapped him on the shoulder. You know, he tall, like he crazy tall. And he was in his suit and everything.
You still got it?
He still got it. I tapped him on the shoulder and he broke my hand.
Oh shit.
Boom, boom. And his reaction to it was just hilarious. And he loved it. And then he jumped in and did it. And then we walked out of the restaurant like nothing even happened.
Wow.
So if you still got it, do the challenge and hashtag us. And
cool.
I like that. I like that,
it, man. I like
Boxer
it.
Gym, fellas.
Yeah, guys, go check them out. We got the links below for the Boxer Gym if you guys want to check it out. Hell, y'all will probably see me over there, man, because I gotta go beat somebody up too. If y'all know.
There you go.
So, yeah, man, we'll catch you guys. We're gonna do another episode with Wes Watson here in a little bit, guys. Check them out, guys. We got their social media below, man. Support them. Check them out. They're right here. Go check out the gym. It's a fantastic facility. We'll catch you guys on the next episode of Fresh Fit in a little bit here.
Peace.
I ran so far.